I'm going to pretend to be a lead for 5 different small group training gyms. Now, the reason I'm doing this is I go on to my clients so much about how you need to follow up quickly, speed to lead is key, you need to try and call them within at least 15 minutes, 5 minutes is ideal, follow ups, text, automations, all of that kind of stuff. I go on about that a lot. I do it in my content. I say it to my clients once they're on board. And basically, I want to go and test what other gyms are doing. So I'm going to pick 5 random gyms. I'm going to look on ads library. I'm going to find an ad. I'm going to sign up through a lead form. And I'm basically going to see how all these 5 different gyms react to my lead submission. So the main things that I'm looking for is, do they call within the first 15 minutes? How many messages do they send me on the first day? And then how many times do they follow up with me in that week? So I'm going to let this run for a week. For those people that do follow up quickly and do follow up on a consistent basis every other day for that week, then if we get to the end of the week, I will tell them that, look, I'm not actually interested. I'm a marketing agency. And then as a thank you for their persistence and their time following up with me, I'm going to send them a free resource, which is going to be a pack of ad templates along with a ad creative guide. If you're interested in also getting that free resource, then I'm going to leave a link in the description. You can grab that as well. So that's going to be like my apology for wasting their time if they do spend a lot of time following up with me. But I am aware that 5 gyms is not a massive sample size, so we're not going to get any conclusive evidence here, but I think it's going to be interesting nonetheless, just to see how these gyms interact with me once I've submitted my lead information. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to wait a week, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to let you know how these gyms have interacted with me, which ones have done well, which ones haven't, and then see if we can learn anything from it. Okay, so it's actually been 9 days since that first video. So I did what I said. I signed up to 5 random gyms and I just waited to see what their responses were after I'd send out my lead information to them. The results are in, and I'm going to give you a breakdown of each gym. Obviously, I'm not going to go into the details. I'm not going to give you names. They will just be referred to as gym 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. So let's get into it. So gym 1 and 2 were the same. I'm still waiting on a response from them. Okay, so it's been 9 days since I sent off my information to them. I haven't heard anything. No text, no call, no email, no SMS, well, no WhatsApp, nothing. I mean, I could check my junk for an email that might have gone into my junk, but yeah, basically no contact. So gym 1 and 2 are basically running ads for no reason, because they're paying for leads, but they're doing nothing with them, which is a bit weird. Maybe I'll get some sort of response from them soon, but by then I'll be a customer to someone else. They will have lost that lead or lost that potential customer. So that's quite worrying. Gym 3 sent me a generic message about an hour after I sent off my lead information, but this was very, very cut and paste. They basically just said, hi, thanks for getting in contact. We'd love to speak to you more about your fitness journey, or something to the tune of that. But yeah, very cut and paste, no personalization, but that was sent within an hour. So, you know, compared to some of the others, well, compared to gym 1 and 2, that was better. Gym 4, they responded to me 4 days after I sent off my lead information, but they obviously went out of their way to send a personalized message. So this was definitely from a human, or some very complex AI thing that has managed to look at my account or look at my lead submission form. I gave them some information about my fitness journey or my fitness levels. So it's looked at that and then churned out a very, very personalized message. But I think that was from a human, especially because it was 4 days later. If it was all automated by AI, then that would have been almost immediate. So they're obviously going out their way to do personalization, which is good. But again, 4 days later is just not good enough. Okay, by then I've gone elsewhere. And then gym 5, they are the only ones that I would say nailed it. So I got a text within literally 30 seconds of sending off the lead submission form, and an email. I then got called about 20 minutes later, which is good, particularly compared to the other ones. And then after that, I said, I need to think about it. I'm not sure. I'll talk to you later, or something like that. And then they called me up 3 more times in the last 9 days. So they are the only ones that I would say did an acceptable job and are doing everything that you should be doing if you have paid ads in place. It's all well and good running your paid ads and spending money on them, but if you don't have the back end systems to support those ads, then you really are just wasting money. So yeah. So what can we actually learn from this? It might not be that the leads don't actually want to join your gym. It's just you're not getting to them quick enough so they can actually inquire further with you. And after this, I did do a little bit of digging. I did this a few days ago, and I found an interesting stat from a study. And it says 78% of customers go with the first business that contacts them. So if a customer is inquiring in several different businesses, the one that they are going to choose to become a customer for is going to be the one that gets in contact with them first. So not the best gym, not the one that has the best content, not the one with the most complex ads, just the first gym that gets in contact with them. which is quite a simple game to play. If you just focus on getting to your leads as soon as you possibly can, then this is a huge lever that you can pull to increase the conversion rates of your leads into customers. So if we're trying to make some action steps from this and ways that we can improve our own, or you can improve your own follow-up system so that you are converting more of the leads that you generate, here are some pointers that I would give you. So number one is create some sort of autoresponder. So as soon as a lead comes through, you automatically send a text and an email to them. This is going to cover you for those periods of time where you're busy, perhaps you're running a class, you're on holiday, whatever it may be. You're getting some sort of message over to them, so at least that lead knows I'm in the system, they should be aware of me, or at least the system is aware of me, and they will get back to me at some point. Second one is try and call quickly. So obviously the golden rule is call within 5 minutes. Now, if we're being realistic, we are business owners, we are busy, so we're not going to be able to always make that 5-minute deadline, but if you can call them as soon as you possibly can, and as soon as you see a lead come through and you have 2 minutes to call them, you just do it no matter what, then that's going to be a great place to be. If you can, outsource this to someone. So if you have a family member who doesn't work, or you have front of house staff that are sat on the reception all day, if you have people like that that are able to pick up the phone any time of the day, no matter what, more often than not, then I would give this job to them. Even if you have to pay them, this is going to generate a very tangible ROI, so definitely worth the money. Third is a proper nurture sequence. So as you can see, there were some of these people that messaged me once, but then that was it. But if they had some sort of nurture sequence that pushed me through some sort of email flow, maybe some texts, then I would be more inclined to actually buy from them. But I only heard from them once, and then they ghosted me for however long it's been, 8 or 9 days. So sure, this is a lot of front end setup, okay? If you're building out a sequence, it can take a while, might take you the day or the afternoon, but once it's done, it's done. And then all the leads that you generate from there onwards are just gonna automatically be put into this nurture sequence, and then you can start to nurture them, push them along the funnel slightly more, warm them up, and then they're more likely to buy from you. So through this, you can send tips and tricks, educational content, free resources, client wins, case studies, success stories, anything like that that is going to make them think that you know what you're doing, you can help them out, and then they're more inclined to get in contact with you when the time strikes for them to buy a membership, start a program, start with an online coach, whatever you are. And then finally, I would say tracking. Just make sure that you track all of your leads. So what do they do? When do they convert? When do they unsubscribe from your mailing list? What is the thing that gets them to come in, to get them to book an appointment, to get them to put their card in the machine? Whatever it is, you need to have a really good idea of what parts of your system are working and which parts aren't. So those are the results of our experiment. I hope you found this interesting. Go away and have a look at your own follow-up systems and see if you've learned anything from this, and then how you can improve your own back-end systems to make your conversion rates that bit better. If you want to find out more about how you can market your fitness business to get more customers at a cheaper cost, then click on the video on the screen now.